Hey, 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 I am Valerie Luttrell, and welcome to the Single, Saved, and Dating Show. Hey, 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 welcome to the Single, Saved, and Dating Show. I am Valerie Luttrell, and wherever you're watching from around the world, I bless God for you today. We have a special guest here in the audience with us, or in our studio audience. This is Chef Merkus, and she is actually going to teach us how to cook some things at home without, well, actually, we do have a somewhat of an oven, right, or a stovetop. But one of the things cooking has never been my favorite thing. And Chef Merkus said to me is that, Valerie, you should always cook with love. And so that makes a difference. And so now when I go home to cook, I'm actually going to cook with love. And so what are we actually cooking today?
So today we're going to make a super simple zucchini pasta.
Okay.
No cooked zucchini pasta.
Okay.
Wait,
no cooked zucchini pasta? Okay.
And then we're going to make a sauteed shrimp with tomatoes, a little bit of lemon, fresh herb, and a pinch of butter.
Okay, so now on the no-cook pasta, because I'm a pasta lover, shame on me. Zucchini pasta, you're going to teach me how to make that. You're going to say, how do you make that?
We're going to use a little spiralizer.
Okay.
You can buy it online on
Amazon or something like that. Okay.
Costco. So we're going to spiralize some zucchinis.
Okay. I'll put some gloves on to help a little bit.
So the first thing we want to do, we want to cut up our zucchini in sizes, manageable sizes. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it and just...
Can you guys see that?
Do you see that?
Oh, wow.
It's coming, it's like pasta, rolling out like pasta. Wow. So if you want to do that, get that in the bowl, and then we're going to chop up some garlic.
So now wait, Chef, you can't leave me on my own.
I am not leaving you.
Okay, show me that again. So I was too amazed at the zucchini spiraling down.
What I want you to do is that you're going to put this in the bowl.
Okay.
And then just keep spiraling until you get
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to touch your fingers or anything.
Oh, this is so neat.
Yeah, and then
so I'm just turning the zucchini in this round-like manner. Now, when I get down to the very bottom here,
take
pull this one off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull that off.
Careful as to not cut your fingers.
And then we're gonna cut up some garlic as well.
This is so cool.
Some fresh garlic is going to go in there, some fresh basil, a little bit of avocado oil we're going to add in there, and then salt and pepper.
Okay.
We're going to put it to the side, and then we're going to make our shrimp.
So now, do you have to actually cook the zucchini, or do you just eat it kind of?
No, you're going to eat it warm.
Okay.
Because the sauce for the shrimp is going to be nice and hot, so we're going to pour that over the zucchini.
Okay.
So that doesn't need to be cooked. So it's another 30-minute meal.
Wow.
So you can say, you know what, I'm tired, and this is your excuse not to stop at McDonald's.
Right. And you know what, as a single mom, I'm always rushing to cook something,
Doesn't that look amazing?
It does. Like I'm gonna show everybody. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? And it smells so delicious. Like it smells very fresh. And
Cooking is easy. It's just,
cooking is what, chef?
It's easy. Cooking is easy.
For you.
You just need to like plan it out. Put a little bit of just like you plan everything else out, right?
Yeah.
Or just hire someone to cook for you.
Yeah.
Hire someone to cook for you.
I heard someone say once, when you're shopping in the grocery stores, that you should stay on the outer circumference of the grocery store to buy items and not those items that are on the shelf. That way you stay in the produce section, those things that are really, really good for you. And certainly zucchini is very good for you. It's a great substitute from the pasta. I know when I eat pasta, like I feel so bloated.
And with this, you feel less bloated.
Yeah, I found that. So when I've been getting on this little vegan thing lately, especially when you're looking at the Word of God and what we should and shouldn't be eating and that sort of thing. You start getting a little bit more conscious about the foods that you're eating. And I found that when I eat vegan food, I'm not sleepy. I don't get to where I'm sleepy and I'm just overly stuffed. When I eat the vegan food, I feel full, I'm satisfied, but I'm not overly full. I'm not like gluttonous. I'm not eating too much. I'm eating just enough. So that's amazing how I found that to be very interesting when I started eating vegan meals and learning that you don't have to get overly full. Overly full is actually too much.
Yes.
When you're bent over, your stomach is so full and all you want to do is just really lay down, that's too much eating. But when you eat healthy and you eat the vegan foods, I don't feel that way.
So while you're doing that, I'm chopping up the garlic.
I think this one is done. Should I start with this one?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm just wearing this zucchini out over here on this little thing. But this is so amazing.
So your kids can do that too.
Absolutely.
So it's a fun little activity for the family to do it together.
Now, I don't know, Chef. Maybe I need you to look at this to make sure I'm still doing this right.
Yeah. Sometimes the zucchini might be a little soft, so you can just get another one.
Okay. Oh, that garlic smells so good.
It's going to be nice and
Oh, that smells delicious.
fresh inside here. And then we're going to add some of the garlic inside for the shrimp as well and some for the zucchini.
Okay.
Enough to get us started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. I made a bowl of zucchini.
So
Listen, you guys think I'm stoked out by this because I usually don't do this sort of stuff. I don't. I'm totally amazed.
we're gonna squeeze some lemon in there. So I'm gonna teach you a little trick with lemons. Right?
Okay.
So if you don't have a juicer or anything, so instead of squeezing down,
And that's the way I do it.
Up.
Ah.
Squeeze up, so that way the seeds
Don't fall in.
Fall in.
Good tip. And it looks like it's actually producing more juice than when it's turned up that way. It's like, I go through a lemon quick. I'm like squeezing, oh, it's all gone.
And then would you like to put a little bit of salt?
Sure.
And pepper?
Okay, now we turn it down this way.
Turn it down.
See. And this is pepper.
Yeah, this is pepper, so you want to go like that.
Oh. Like this is really showing that I really don't cook much. Or I'm used to just a little shaker,
And then just a little tiny bit of salt.
Okay.
Then
And this is kosher salt.
Yeah, just
Okay.
kosher salt. And then we're just gonna toss it together and then just put it to the side. And then the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start on the shrimp.
Oh, this smells so delicious.
So we'll start on the shrimp. So we'll do the next thing. So put this here.
Okay.
So the next thing here, we need to cut up some some onions.
Okay.
So put this cut up some onions. Half an onion. So when you're using your knife, right? You always want to make sure that you are in charge of your knife. The knife is not in charge of you, right?
Okay.
So you're going to use the middle part of the knife and hold your fingers like this and go back and forth, rocking motion, back and forth, rocking motion, back and forth.
There's like an art in how chefs, actually cut these things, because that is not how I cut. Okay.
So move that to the side. So we're gonna turn so I know Florida might have hurricanes sometimes,
Yes.
which we haven't. If you have one of these, this is amazing. It's a portable gas stove.
Oh.
It lasts up to 3 hours, so you can get these little gas things. You get them from any store, Publix or GFS. So we're always want to make sure you heat up your pan first.
Okay.
So we're gonna add a little bit of avocado oil. Why avocado oil? Because avocado oil, it has the higher heat rate, so you can use it for any type of cooking. So it's up to 500 degrees. So we're gonna add a little bit of avocado oil in there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna saute the garlic, the onions, and the tomatoes. So we're gonna burst the tomatoes up, and then we're gonna add the rest of the herb, the rosemary, and all.
Okay.
And then we're making a little sauce, and then we're gonna add the shrimp in there. Super simple.
So now let me ask you this question. So when you say actually heat your pan, when I have a habit of turning the stove on high because I want it to cook in a hurry. So heating my pan, I usually burn the pan.
Yeah. So when you're heating it up for 2 minutes, and then you're gonna turn the heat down a little bit.
Okay.
Afterwards. You don't want to burn.
Right. Okay. So when you first start, turn it on high just enough.
Start it on high,
just
enough to. After 2-3 minutes, your skillet should be nice and hot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add some oil. About 2-3 tablespoons of oil.
Okay.
And would you like to put once the pan is nice and hot, would you like to put
Absolutely. So you tell me when it's hot. Like I am guided on this for real.
It's nice and hot, so we can add it.
Okay.
So simple like that.
The aroma. Oh my goodness.
And then we stir it for about less than a minute, and then we're gonna add the tomatoes in there.
Do you need to cut the tomatoes
No,
at all?
we don't need to cut the tomatoes. The tomatoes are gonna burst.
Oh. And so when you're just sauteing the vegetables, just getting them barely, you don't want them burned or overly cooked.
No, not burned or overly cooked. So we're basically what we're gonna make a little sauce with the tomatoes.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave this in for a little bit. Okay. And then while that's going, we need to cut up the rest of our herbs that's gonna go in the here.
Okay.
So we're gonna put some fresh rosemary in there as well, some thyme, and some parsley.
Okay.
So with the rosemary, right? So you pull it this way.
Also with the rosemary, you don't actually,
You
don't
chop
actually put the whole thing in the water. I've done that before. You actually pull them.
You pull it, yeah. You want to pull it and then you chop it.
Okay. They used to say that in church when I was growing up. Get your angels ready to sing. It was like, okay, take all mistakes for love. I messed up. We're doing it for the love of God. So.
See how the tomatoes are starting to burst?
Oh my God. So the tomatoes are actually bursting on their own, and that's because of the heat, obviously.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to cut it up.
And then we're going to add the shrimp to the pan.
Okay. So she's just kind of taking the spoon and just smashing the tomato while it's soft and it's hot, because it's making its own little juice.
So the shrimp is going to go.
See, I'm normally turning the jar and popping open the sauce, but this is actually a homemade sauce, and it smells so much better than what's in the what you buy in the store.
So do you want to, and your shrimp, right? Once it turns pink, you know that it's done, right?
Okay.
So shrimp takes about 2 to 3 minutes to cook. So you can stir it.
Sure, absolutely.
So that when you, so when you're stirring, you stir from the bottom.
Okay. We'll eat this food.
We're gonna put about 2 tablespoons of butter.
As long as this stuff don't jump out of this pan while you guys are watching.
That'll be something.
That will be funny.
Put 2 tablespoons of butter goes in there.
Okay.
Put a little bit of salt, pepper.
It really is.
And you can do this with your kids at home. This is a fun family activity.
And so you're just zesting the lemon.
Yes.
Okay. So is that the lemon peel or is that the actual lemon that's being zest? I mean, you have the sauce in here. There's actually a pot of sauce. That's
See, you didn't have to
No.
get it out of the can, right?
No. Didn't even have to get canned. They have canned tomatoes, you know? But this is all fresh stuff.
Yeah. Nothing from a can. And if you don't like the zucchini pasta, you can also make it with chicken a little bit and get it with the regular pasta.
Okay. You must know that this is really good. You're going to have me taste it right now?
Basically, sugar, salt, and pepper.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's almost like you can eat it as a soup.
It just needs a little tiny bit of salt.
This is really good. Like, I really feel like this is chef style stuff. And somebody in the audience is showing me a plate. Everybody in the studio audience will get to taste this.
We are gonna make some vegan brownies.
Oh.
So no baked vegan brownies. So
Wait a minute, no baked?
No baked.
So we don't need an oven.
We don't need an oven. We don't need. It's all gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes in total.
Okay.
So big, super simple ingredients. So
before we start, can you tell the viewers about your company? Tell us a little bit about Merkus Kitchen and what you actually do.
So Merkus Kitchen is a meal delivery company. So we are a meal delivery and catering company. We also teach cooking classes. So it's all fresh, all organic meals. So we are vending to this weekly. So every week, if you're single or anything,
right?
Or you're married, whatever. You don't want to cook. You fresh meal delivered to your home Monday
Awesome.
and Wednesday. So we do deliveries on Monday and Wednesday. So we travel to a different country each week.
I may have to check out some of your classes because I actually love vegan food. Sometimes I've eaten some vegan food. It doesn't even taste like it's vegan. But the problem is I don't know how to prepare it.
So the first thing that we're going to do, so we're going to do the brownies. So for the brownies, all you need is a cup of mixed nuts, any type of nuts that you might like. I love pecans and walnuts, so you can get them at any store, Publix, Whole Foods, or whatever. So what you want to do, you're going to put the nuts in your food processor. So we're going to put some nuts in the food processor, about a cup and a half of pitted dates or prunes, because that's what's going to give it that
Consistency.
consistency.
Okay.
And then the final touch is we're going to put raw cocoa powder on there. And then I love to use oil, so
Okay.
oil in my cooking. So we're going to put a few drops of wild orange essential oil inside.
And we don't need an oven.
And we don't need this beautiful pan right here.
Okay. I've never had a no-bake brownie, but I'm here for it. So let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do this. Hopefully.
Do you need me to help cut or anything? 'Cause
So,
I'll do it.
You can cut this up just a tiny bit, but if you have a really good
Oh,
blender,
they're gonna blend everything.
it's gonna blend everything very well.
Okay.
So let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. I'm all for it. So we have to pour these in.
Yeah.
So you guys, I don't know. Listen, I cook, but very seldomly, and I think that having my son has forced me to cook a little bit more. And the older he gets, the more he doesn't want the little macaroni and cheese or the little nuggets. He really wants, as he says when we go to his grandmother's house, he wants real chicken. So it's amazing that as a 5-year-old, he knows the difference between real chicken and artificial chicken. So this is learning for me, and I'm certainly hoping that you guys are taking notes because I've never heard of a baker's brownie.
So for this, if you like, you can add any dried fruits in there if you wanted to. Any other dried fruit you can add, dried coconut flakes, and
Okay.
so.
So we put the prunes all in there at the same time, and then
yeah.
we put the walnuts and
We
the
put the
pecans in there.
Yes. And,
Okay.
So we're gonna put in our turn this little thing on. Let's see. It's like so.
You just intermittently just chop it up and not let it run. Let it run low.
All the way to the and it's not by itself. See how it's
Can you see how this is?
yeah. So
Is there a certain amount that we should put into the blender?
in the recipe I have I think I have 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
Of cocoa powder.
Okay. And you guys will see the recipe is there here on the screen for you, so that if you want to visit your local food market to purchase the items, you can.
And then we're gonna add one of my favorite things, some essential oil. The essential oil is gonna give it some flavor in there as well.
And what kind of essential oil is
So this is wild orange.
Okay.
So the Terra wild orange essential oil. So we're
Okay.
gonna add 3 drops of it.
Okay.
And we're gonna let it run once again. Together, and then we're gonna get our
This smells so good.
and then we're just gonna put the
Okay. So you just remove the blade.
remove the blade. Just be careful because the blades, blades are super sharp. So and we're gonna just put it all in the bowl and press it together.
Okay. And do you ever have to add anything else if it's dry? Like, how do you make it moist?
So the dates are the thing that make it moist.
Oftentimes when I'm cooking, it's really just, I'm cooking in a rush. I'm doing things in a hurry.
Oh,
But if I actually gave the food love, it might turn out
You know,
Awesome.
when you are cooking with anything, right? Just
Uh-huh.
anything that we do, when you do it with love, doesn't
Yeah.
it come out better?
It does. Wow. So with cooking, so let me ask you, Chef, are you single?
I am single.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay. Awesome.
So good in all departments.
Yeah. So what made you get into cooking?
So I was in fashion for many years, retail for many years. So it was I love cooking with my dad. And for me it was me this is something that I don't share a lot, but in order for me to leave a very abusive relationship,
Yes.
a marriage, I went into cooking. And
Wow.
yeah, so that was
And gave that baby love.
That was
And look at you now.
That was my way out of it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. That is amazing. And good for you, because one of the things and that's the other part about, it's not just about being single, but anyone, when you share and you start talking to someone, because unbeknownst to Chef Merkus, I'm also a survivor of domestic violence. So it's amazing how you begin to share things, how much we find out about each other. So that's amazing.
So you want to feel it now?
It looks like, listen, this looks like and I know it's real, but it looks like like I would have thought I would have put it inside of the oven.
No, and the longer you let it sit, the more it forms. So if it would sit for like an hour, you put it in the refrigerator the next day. It's a perfect brownie.
Wow, so can I show everybody?
Of course.
So awesome. This is amazing. So we actually cooked here under 28 minutes. We cooked our entree, we cooked our
dessert.
Our dessert, our brownie that didn't require an oven. So I hope that you guys will really take heed in all of this stuff. Look at the menu. It's available online. Try this at home. And when you start cutting through the natural spices and the herbs, it really smells so good. Chef, thank you so much for visiting us. Tune in next week. I am Valerie Luttrell. And remember to always keep God first. See you next time.